tastes so good! I've been working with people suffering from kidney disease for more than 10 years now. Imagine that you are one of the millions of people who suffer from kidney disease. Imagine that you have been told that your kidneys are failing and that you will need dialysis in the future. You feel hopeless and scared. But what if I told you that there is a way to improve your kidney function naturally? What if I told you that you can reverse the damage caused by toxins and restore your kidney function? I'm telling you this because I've seen it happen in person. I've seen patients doing exactly what I'm going to show you today. And once they were able to get rid of uremic toxins, uric acid and creatinine naturally, their kidneys seemed to spring back to life. They were able to increase their GFR and avoid dialysis. How can you do that? The key is to reduce the amount of toxins that your kidneys have to deal with every day. Yeah, this may seem too little, but it's not. Now the problem. Toxins are everywhere. In the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the medications we take. They accumulate in our bodies and cause inflammation, oxidative stress, and damage to our organs, especially our kidneys. Because you know, the kidneys are the first line defense of the body against all the toxins and scores we come in contact with. Heavy metals, drugs, pollution, bad eating habits, everything damages the whole body, but the kidneys first. But there is hope. You can help your kidneys by removing the sources of toxins from your diet and lifestyle. This is why today I'm going to share with you 5 tips that will help you detoxify your kidneys naturally and improve your kidney health. These tips are based on scientific research and proven results. Are you ready to learn how to save your kidneys? Let's get started. This is a 5 days detox, so each day we will take care of one specific issue. The very first toxin we are going to take care of is creatinine. And we'll do it with a detoxing smoothie. Each one of these ingredients has diuretic and cleansing properties to help your kidneys get rid of extra toxins and creatinine. Let's start our smoothie with what I consider the most powerful creatinine-lowering food in the world. A recent study found out that this superfood can effectively lower blood sugar levels in people with type 2 diabetes. In just 12 weeks, their fasting blood sugar went down on average by 19.41 milligrams per DL. Researchers believe that this food also acts as a natural calcium channel blocker and natural ACE inhibitor. And guys, these are incredible results, especially because this is just a food. Have you guessed what food can do all this? If you did, write it down in comment section before I show it to you. In the very first entry is ginger. Yes, ginger is incredible, and I've kept the best benefit for last. This is a very powerful anti-inflammatory. It's so powerful at fighting inflammation in the kidneys that it was even tested to see if it can lower creatinine levels. And it worked! And while this is just a study on animals, it's incredible what this food can do! And in this tasty smoothie, I've also added some other ingredients that will help you. This is a red Williams pear, which is not just a great detoxifier, it is also an incredibly underrated superfood. Red Williams are even richer in antioxidants than regular pears, and they are lower on the GI scale than apples. This pear also packs more than 2 times the fiber you get from a cup of kale. And guys, notice that I'm not peeling this pear, I'm just coring it and put it in the blender. This is because most of the nutrients of this incredible fruit are in or just below its peel. Our next entry is a source of healthy fats, which is crucial to make our smoothie creamy. And just like ginger, this small seed is one of the few foods in the world that can actually lower your creatinine levels. This is flaxseed. I've been studying everything that works to improve the most important markers for kidney health, and there are few foods that are way more powerful than anything else you can find. One of them is flaxseed. There are studies showing that flaxseed can improve kidney function in people with inflammatory nephritis thanks to its impressive anti-inflammatory properties. So you may see that I'm not exaggerating when I say that this smoothie can help you. Also thanks to our next ingredient, 1 lemon. This is one of the most misunderstood fruits on earth. They are alkaline, not acidic, and good for the kidneys. Their seeds, which most people discard, are healthy and antibacterial. They can aid digestion and skin health. And the pith and peel have more fiber, antioxidants, and nutrients than the juice. Next ingredient. This nut is called Brazil nut, and it's basically the only good source for a renal diet of a mineral that you really need, selenium. Having nuts in a smoothie is also a good way to make it taste better and slow down sugar absorption. Now, when I make a smoothie, I also always add a fiber supplement such as psyllium husk or acacia fiber. Acacia fiber is especially powerful when it comes to detoxing creatinine. Let's see how to put this together now. So let me know if you like this smoothie, and don't forget to share this video with a friend if you think this recipe is great. Tastes so good! Now, when I recommend putting fruit in smoothies, I sometimes get concerned comments from people worried that it may spike their sugar levels. This is why during the second day, we are going to focus on a superfood that actually detoxifies sugar. But why is this important? Added sugar is not just a source of empty calories that makes you gain weight. Sugar is also a major contributor to some of the deadliest diseases in the world, diabetes and chronic kidney disease included. Now keep in mind that I'm referring to added sugar here because, you see, science is very clear on this. Consuming fruit in moderation is always healthy, and it can actually improve your HbA1c levels, one of the main indicators for diabetes. This is what a large randomized study found out. In fact, even people with type 2 diabetes are recommended to eat low glycemic fruits in moderation. So don't worry about fruit and veggies, and make sure you are not consuming high glycemic foods if you have diabetes. And as I was saying, there is one superfood that can really help you keeping your sugar levels under control. This is raw apple cider vinegar. Now guys, I've recently made a full video about ACV because it really works. It can really help, but it must be consumed in a very specific way to get the benefits. And since we are talking about fruit and vegetables, the next toxin we want to make sure we are avoiding is pesticides. Well, this is one of the most dangerous toxins of our times actually, especially for people with kidney issues. Now sometimes when I recommend to also eat the peel of fruits, I get concerned comments. Some people have asked me, "But Catherine, isn't the peel where most of the pesticides are? Wouldn't it be better if we just remove it?" Now this is an interesting question because getting as little pesticides from foods as possible actually matters if you care about your kidneys. But I don't think getting rid of the peel is the way to go because you see, the peel is where most of the vitamins, antioxidants and fiber are in fruit and veggies. What to do then? Well, first of all, wash anything you eat properly. There is a technique you want to adopt in order to make sure you are getting the least amount of pesticides from produce. Second, learn about the Dirty Dozen. This is the list of the 12 fruits and veggies that have been found to have the highest amounts of dangerous pesticides on them. According to the EWG, a non-profit organization with the goal of exposing the health damage done by food companies, these 12 foods have too much pesticides on them and should be avoided. More about this in a moment. Before that, how can you wash your produce to make sure you are removing as much pesticides as possible? Well, you can use sodium bicarbonate. This is a scientifically proven method to get rid of pesticides. You need to prepare a water and sodium bicarbonate soda bath for your fruit and veggies. Use 14 grams of baking soda per liter of water. Soak fresh produce in this solution for 5 to 15 minutes and then rinse it off with cold water. Use plenty of water when rinsing. The friction from the running water and rubbing with your hands or a brush can help to remove residues. Then dry everything up with a clean cloth or paper towel to further remove residues. And what about the dirty dozen? This you can see here. This is the list of the 12 fruits and vegetables that are most contaminated by pesticides. These are the foods that you should buy organic because they have the highest levels of toxic chemicals on them. The Environmental Working Group, EWG, a non-profit organization that exposes the health risks of industrial agriculture, has compiled this list based on extensive testing and analysis. So be careful if you eat these foods regularly and you live in the US. Make sure that you are washing them very well and also consider buying organic. Day 4. Time now to get rid of a dangerous core. I'm talking about excess fluids. This is always one of the main focuses of any cleansing regime because it's what produces the most visible results. You see, fluid retention is a very common complication of kidney disease, but it can cause serious symptoms including swollen limbs, increased blood pressure, and more. So, this is what we are going to focus on during the 4th day of our 5-day kidney cleanse. So, question, what are the most effective ways of taking care of water retention naturally? First of all, always stay hydrated. Dehydration can increase your risk of water retention with consequent toxin accumulation. No detox is ever going to work if you are not hydrated. And remember that your kidneys will really benefit from drinking water regularly, especially if you are suffering from diabetes. Weight loss is another not so surprising natural detoxifier. After all, about 60% of your body is water, so losing weight is one way to reduce fluid retention and to get rid of extra toxins, including sugar. And a way to catch 2 birds with 1 stone is physical activity. Regular exercise is one of the most powerful natural cleansers, and it will also help you lose weight, not to mention that it lowers blood pressure, fights diabetes and high cholesterol levels. Now guys, there are 2 hidden dangers in your diet that you absolutely should know about if you want to detox your kidneys. First of all, hidden salt. Everyone knows that salt causes fluid retention and damages the kidneys. But did you know that 80% of the salt people consume every day comes from packaged, processed, store-bought, and restaurant foods? Yes, avoiding the salt shaker is not enough to avoid salt. Another hidden danger, refined carbs. Refined carb sources like white bread, pasta, and crackers are typically high in carbs or added sugar and low in fiber, which may lead to rapid spikes in blood sugar and insulin levels. Bad for diabetes but also for fluid retention. Reducing your intake of refined carbs acts as a powerful natural diuretic. And have you ever noticed that whenever you go on diet, you always lose a lot of weight during the first 1 or 2 days? Well, that's not fat, just water. The main reason why this happens is because you are eating a lot less carbohydrates. And this tells the body to get rid of a lot of the water that's inside the cells. So yes, cutting on refined carbs has a powerful detoxing effect. Now guys, during these 4 days, we took care of our whole body naturally and safely. This is a great way to protect our kidneys. Just one more thing to do now. We still need to make sure the most dangerous toxin of them all is under control. This is a step everyone with kidney disease needs to take in order to improve. Yes, this is one of the most effective ways of helping your kidneys. Acid in the body is something the kidneys are supposed to get rid of. When there is too much of it, the whole body is going to suffer. It can cause some of the worst symptoms of kidney disease. Now, some silver linings. When you take control of excess body acidity through the diet and supplementation, you are not just going to feel better. Your kidneys are also going to improve in some cases, or at least to stop deteriorating. Yes, just by controlling body acidity with the diet and supplementation. How to do this? Watch my video up here. In this video, the top 10 foods with kidney detoxing properties so powerful they can even help delaying dialysis. These foods are also very low in protein, phosphorus, and sodium, and you probably aren't eating them already. And the big revelation today is that if you're dealing with chronic kidney disease, there is hope. And it comes in the form of the right diet. Yes, in this recent study, all the test subjects improved their kidney function on average when they started to follow a diet that was right for them. Now, with the goal of crafting the perfect diet for you, what I want to share today is the top 10 of the most underrated foods with huge detoxing benefits. And I don't want you to miss out on our number 1 in particular because it's like the low-hanging fruit of the Renal diet. Easy, accessible, and yet underappreciated. So are you ready to discover these amazing foods? Let's get started. But before we do that, I have a joke for you. What do you call a fruit that is good for your kidneys and make you laugh? A pineapple. Did you get that? No? Anyway, let's take a look at the top 10 now. Number 10, red currants. Oh, a food as healthy as misunderstood. These little red gems are like the hidden champions of a renal diet. They're not just about taste. They pack a nutrient punch and, most importantly, boast some seriously potent medicinal properties. Red berry fruits such as red currants have been used for centuries to treat a wide range of problems, and several recent studies today are confirming the properties of red currants. Now, there are 2 ways in which red currant can detox the kidneys. First of all, this berry is a mild diuretic, great to help the kidneys do their job, and also great for the urinary tract. Second, these berries are the best friends of your digestive system. They help things move along smoothly, potentially lending a hand to those dealing with constipation. And let's be clear, constipation isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can be a big deal for people with kidney disease. Why, you ask? Because it can lead to the buildup of all sorts of troublemakers like phosphorus, creatinine, and those not-so-friendly characters, indoxyl sulfate and picrelyl sulfate, which are linked to faster kidney disease progression. So yeah, your gut health matters. But why is red currant only number 10 then? Well, not many people know this, but this berry was wrongfully accused in 1900s of spreading a fungus that damaged pines. This is why red currants were briefly banned in the US, and today the majority of Americans can only enjoy frozen or dried red currants. Give them a try in any case. These berries are super healthy. Now a question. How do you make a red currant pie? You can't make it? You have to bake it.
No.
Our number 9 now. This veggie is the best friend of people with diabetes. Number 9, okra. Don't get fooled by the low position in my top 10 of this food. Okra, also known as ladyfinger, has huge detoxing benefits because it decreases sugar absorption in the digestive tract, leading to a more stable blood sugar response. And a recent review of studies concluded that this veggie can actually lower fasting blood glucose in people with diabetes or pre-diabetes. I mean, isn't that amazing? And okra is also super healthy because it's an excellent source of vitamin C and other antioxidants, and also magnesium and fiber, while being low on calories. Okra should have been higher on this top 10, but it's not the easiest to find, and it needs to be cooked on high heat by sauteing, for example, if you don't want it to become slimy. A question: why did the okra cross the road? To get to the Whole Foods market.
No.
And that's where you can find it. When purchasing okra, look for smooth and tender green pods without brown spots or dried ends. Okay guys, as you can see, this video is all about foods that are not well known and yet super healthy. Because not many people are aware that today CKD sufferers have an abundance of choices when it comes to fruits and veggies. Many foods that were once on the forbidden list or labeled as unhealthy are now back on the menu. So consider sharing this video with a friend and give it a like. Okay, time now for a super easy to find food with unsuspected health benefits. Number 8, popcorn. Okay, popcorn may not be as healthy as the two previous entries, but it's much easier to find and it still has benefits. Popcorn is an intact whole grain, which means that the bran, the germ, and the endosperm are all intact within the kernel. This makes it high in fiber, particularly insoluble, which is like a cleanup substance for your digestive tract. A great way to detox the kidneys, as we have seen. Popcorn is also a good source of vitamin C, B3, and manganese. It's also very low in calories, especially for a snack food, and can help make you feel full without eating too much. Corn is also great on the cob. Just make sure that when you eat this healthy grain, you always use healthy seasonings such as hot pepper or other spices and avoid salted, packaged, and microwaved popcorn. Up next, our number 7 is a powerful detoxifier that I never talk about in my video. But why? Let's see. Number 7, artichoke. I love artichokes, and even though they are commonly thought of as vegetables, the part of the artichoke that you eat is actually the bud of a flower before it blooms. Artichokes are often considered superfoods for their anti-cholesterol and blood pressure lowering properties. And what about their detoxing properties? Well, artichoke may protect the kidneys by detoxing the liver. Studies have shown that artichoke can improve liver function for people with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Interestingly, researchers believe this is possible because artichokes contain sanurine, which is a compound that stimulates bile production and secretion in your liver, helping digest fats and eliminating toxins. So consider adding these super tasty veggies to your diet. Up next, a food that's both super easy to find and also way more powerful than people realize when it comes to detoxing the kidneys. Number 6, lemon. This is a food that I always recommend for several reasons. First of all, it's incredibly alkaline, which means it protects the kidneys by detoxing the body from excess acid. And there is more. Lemon also protects the kidneys by making the urine less acidic, reducing the chance of kidney stones formation. Now, what many people get wrong about lemons is that the pith and the peel, parts most often discarded, are where most of the nutrients of the lemon are. Up next, a superfood that not everyone will like. Number 5, cilantro. Cilantro is an herb that is commonly used in Mexican and Asian cuisines. It has antibacterial, antifungal, and antioxidant properties. But how does it detox the kidneys? Cilantro has heavy metal chelating properties. It may help removing mercury, lead, and cadmium. Cadmium in particular is very dangerous for people with kidney disease. You can add cilantro to your salad, soup, sauces, or guacamole for a fresh and zesty flavor. And did you know that for some people cilantro tastes like soap? Yes, this is caused by a genetic variation that some people have that makes more sensitive to the aldehydes present in cilantro. This genetic variation will basically tell their tongue that cilantro tastes like soap. Interesting, isn't it? So, do you like cilantro? Or does it taste like soap to you? Let's talk about it in comment section. Up next, a food that's considered one of the healthiest veggie there is for people with kidney disease. Number 4, bok choy. This is a type of cabbage with so many health benefits. First of all, bok choy is one of the veggies with the highest calcium content. Calcium is so hard to get in a plant-based diet, and yet it's so healthy. And yeah, calcium has detoxing benefits. It doesn't just help with bone health, it also reduces the risk for kidney stones by binding and removing oxalate in the intestine. But what makes bok choy a real detoxifier is its nitrate content, great to improve blood circulation. Your body converts nitrates into nitric oxide, which in turn relaxes blood vessels and increases blood flow to organs and tissues. Question: what do you call a bok choy that is very good at boxing? Bok choy Mayweather. No. Okay, back to the top 10. There is one veggie that's even richer in nitrate than bok choy. Consuming this one regularly is a must for someone with kidney disease or diabetes. Our number 3 is so powerful as a vasodilator. There are studies showing it can lower blood pressure by up to 10/5 millimeters of mercury. I'm talking about number 3, beet. Oh, I love eating beets. And this sweet root is a powerful detoxifier because it's incredibly rich in nitrates, even more than bok choy. And this root is number 3 today is because it has an impressive list of health benefits. It fights the inflammation in the body, it supports gut and brain health, it makes you more energized, and it is proven by science to help lower your blood pressure. Yes, this review of studies concluded that adding nitrates from beets to our diet will be a great strategy against hypertension. So if you want your kidneys to improve, you want to make this one a regular on your table. Now, I also believe that there are people that are avoiding beets for a completely wrong reason. You see, some diabetes sufferers still believe today that the carbs in beets may be bad for them. Is that true? Well, I went more in depth about this topic in my video up here and also down in the description. Watch it now if you missed it. Time for our number 2 now. This food is one of the most powerful detoxifiers on earth, especially for people with kidney disease. Let's see why. Number 2, ginger. Ginger has incredible kidney protecting benefits. It fights diabetes, high blood pressure, and it can even relieve nausea. And it's a powerful anti-inflammatory. It's so powerful at fighting inflammation in the kidneys that it was even tested to see if it can lower creatinine levels. And it worked. But why is ginger number 2 in the top 10 of foods with detoxing benefits? Well, the reason is cadmium. No. Ginger doesn't contain cadmium. It removes it. Cadmium is one of the most dangerous and underestimated toxins for people with kidney disease. It can damage the kidney cells and reduce their ability to filter the blood. Cadmium exposure basically decreases kidney function. We are exposed to cadmium mainly from smoking and secondhand smoking, but also from certain foods such as rice, other cereal grains, potatoes, and some other vegetables. Yes, it may be worth it considering eating these foods from organic farming in case you are worried about cadmium. But you see, ginger can really help here. Ginger is a natural way to increase the levels of glutathione, which is master antioxidant that can neutralize free radicals and toxins in the body. Glutathione can also bind to cadmium and other heavy metals and facilitate their elimination. This is why drinking ginger tea or adding ginger to your smoothies or meals can be a good way to detoxify cadmium from your body. Okay, time now for our number 1. What could be even better than ginger? Our number 1 is probably the most powerful anti-inflammatory food on earth. It was also used for centuries by traditional medicine to improve blood circulation, helping the kidneys do their job. I'm talking about number 1, turmeric. This spice is a must in a renal diet. It helps with chronic forms of pain, reducing the need for NSAIDs that are known to cause kidney damage. It improves blood flow by increasing nitric oxide production. In a study, taking 2,000 milligrams of curcumin daily for 12 weeks led to a 37% increase in forearm blood flow and a 36% increase in upper arm blood flow, which is frankly amazing. So, how can you make sure you are maximizing turmeric benefits? Using turmeric as a spice and adding it to your salads and veggies is great, but if you really want to benefit from turmeric, you need to eat it in smoothies or to drink it in golden milks. Try my recipe. It's up here if you missed it. And this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye.